What's up, guys? Caleb from RevKit here, and we're in the JL, and decided that driving around, talking to a lot of people, not a whole lot of people know about the 4-cylinder turbo JL. Not a lot of people have ridden in them, and it's already getting a little bit of flack on different JL groups saying that, oh, well, 4-cylinder Jeep can't be fast. Jeep did that in the past, and it was horrible. It was the worst decision they ever made. Inline 6 all the way. And then with a 3.6 Pentastar, nothing could ever top that. But I'm pretty happy that I got this JL with the turbo in it. So with me, I've got my buddy Dillon. He's from RubiTrux, and he's used to driving 3.6 Pentastars, 37s. He's used to driving 6.4 Hemis, 5.7 Hemis, whether it's in a JK, TJ, LJ. He's driven quite a few, so I feel like it was a pretty good baseline to have him ride with me and kind of get the feeling for exactly what this Jeep can do. So let's take a look.
What's up, guys? Dillon from RubiTrux. See what this thing does.
All right, so we're at about 45 miles an hour right now. Shift over to manual. Speed limit just bumped up, so let's get this around here and let's go. Well, there's 70 and there's 80. There's 85. There's 90.
And there's the brake pedal.
And that's 100.
Holy crap, dude.
So we're gonna come up to a stoplight here and let's see if I can break tires loose a little bit.
I can already tell you this is definitely more than what I expected.
How does it compare to like a 6.4 or a Hemi Jeep that you've driven?
I can't say it felt any slower than a Hemi Jeep, honestly.
You heard that. Did not feel slower than a Hemi Jeep.
That, you might take a 5.7 and you probably keep up with a 6.4. So
all right, so we're gonna make a little U-turn here. There's 60, 70,
and
80, 85, and we got stopped behind the car, so I got to slow down. And let's do a little bit of this. Let's turn traction control off and see if we can get a little burnout going. There's no one really here. So this is a private road, private course, by the way, and oh boy.
If you don't mind, make a quick stop at my house. I need to get a new pair of boxers real quick.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think, man? Like a little 4-cylinder JL turbo, what does it do?
I feel like this is way more fun and enjoyable than a 3.6, personally. I'm not gonna lie, I love the sound of a Hemi, but performance-wise, I'm very impressed. Definitely more than what I expected. And I've had many turbo cars. There's no turbo lag. It is instant. Very phenomenal. So I'm definitely purely impressed with this, for sure.
So one of the things that I wanted to discuss, especially with some other companies, is the turbo is very quiet in this Jeep. You don't really hear it, but I think it'd be pretty badass if we could come up with something, especially maybe like a RevKit package, where you could just hear a little bit of blow off. You could hear a little bit of turbo. You hear a little bit of scream. I think that would be pretty sick to be able to hear this thing launch and have that feeling that when you do this, it's that fun. Actually, while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around, and then we're at a red light, and let's do a 0 to 60 run so you guys can see exactly what this thing can do. So there you have it. It's a very enjoyable vehicle so far. I've got 2,500 miles on it. Yesterday, actually over this past weekend, I did 2 trips, about 5.5 hours each. I'm averaging right around 24 miles to the gallon with that, and with a couple of those little turbo tests, I'm doing 21.3. Like, I can't complain about that in a Jeep ever. And I know we're on super stock tires, super stock gears, and that's going to change. This will go on 40s. This will have some body armor coming to it, bigger axles, that kind of stuff. And that's obviously going to pull the weight down a little bit. But what we plan to do is when we do bigger axles in this thing, we also plan to do at least a 488 gear to kind of balance this out. I'm honestly thinking of doing 513s instead. That way, because I really want this thing to feel just like it did a few minutes ago with Dillon, and I want to get that same reaction while I'm on 40s or 37s at minimum, and still be able to put a smile on someone's face and really show what this thing's capable of doing. And like I said, with just a couple modifications, I think maybe like a blow-off valve, maybe better intake and exhaust, with gears, maybe some really good performance tuning, I think that this Jeep is capable of really having some fun and being able to keep up with Hemis and maybe an LS. We'll see. There might be a couple Jeeps down in the Unlimited Off-Road show in Atlanta, which I hope everyone gets to come and see. We're going to have a really big booth set up. We're going to have some of the coolest Jeeps on Instagram in our booth. But maybe we can do a little race. Maybe we can put some stuff head to head and see exactly how fast this thing handles. We're going to have a pretty good variety. So check it out. This will be on RevKit here pretty soon. We're going to start the build page for it. We got to come up with a name, something kind of catchy. But if you guys got maybe a recommendation for the name of this Jeep, this JL, throw them in the comments below and we'll check it out and see. But otherwise, if you haven't already, get your ride on RevKit and start a build page so we can feature your Jeep, or maybe get some content from you as well. Thanks.